This is the new Mercedes CLS facelift as the top sporty CLS 53 AMG. Let's go with the changes here. New front grille. Before it had a horizontal fin like this, now vertical fins and a more open front grille, A-form, so wider in the lower part, definitely more massive. Headlamp update also here with the multi-beam LED as well, and the new front spoiler, definitely also really striking in this grey color we have here today. What you see here is exactly the reason why people would go for the CLS and not for an E-Class sedan or something. The same as Audi A6 versus Audi A7, for example. Or if you compare Porsche and Panamera, they all have this falling rooflines here, making it essential shape. Around 5 meters or 197 inches, so really full size, and 19 or 20-inch wheels. These are the optional 20-inch wheels. Wow, look at that. New aerodynamic stylings are available. Looks quite fancy. Red brake calipers as a contrast. Turbo 4MATIC Plus, what does it mean? Yeah, it's turbocharged, and 4MATIC Plus is the variable all-wheel drive system, but still it has a rear-wheel bias. Then you can get a night package for black mirror caps, and here black around the windows, but here in this case carbon fiber mirror caps, of course, a cost-worthy option. In the rear you can also get a carbon fiber spoiler lip, and the spoiler in general for the CLS 53. Yeah, and here in the lower part, that looks cool, but when you look closer, Autogefuehl fake exhaust, police alert. Yeah, I mean, the air does run through. However, if you look on the inside, the outer tips do have nothing in common with the rear tip actually. And then strong diffuser style here in the lower end. The CLS 53 is a 3-liter inline 6-cylinder with 435 horsepower. Acceleration figure is 4.3 seconds in miles per hour or 4.5 seconds in kilometers per hour. Now with mild hybrid technology, so have a little bit of recuperation possible. And the 450 model has the same base engine, but then with 367 horsepower. And there's also a 2-liter 4-cylinder engine with 300 horsepower in the 350, that one then rear-wheel drive only. This one here and the 450 model, all-wheel drive. In Europe we also get diesels for the CLS, 2-liter or 3-liter diesel, but do you really want a CLS with a diesel? I'm not so sure about it. What do you think?
And this one here would be a CLS 450 AMG-Line. So the engine then a little bit less in the horsepower spec, and the AMG-Line front grille also gets now this A shape and then this tiny star pattern inside, so it also looks quite sporty already. Here you can see the direct difference here, right? AMG-Line 450, and on the left then our CLS 53 model with a more aggressive styling there in the front grille. And here the 450 from the side profile, also without a night package or without carbon fiber accentuations, then it doesn't look that, that evil, I would say. Here also different wheel styling, also 20-inch wheels with this new AMG aerodynamic styling right there, also a little bit brighter, and then chrome frames around the windows right here. If you want about that sticker, by the way, here it's a disinfection sticker, so I'm free to use this vehicle once again. And in the rear here, the rear spoiler lip, where we had carbon fiber with the AMG model, here then in vehicle color, and the rear look right there. Oh yeah, also fake exhaust tips, a little bit more subtle, but still, yeah, about that.
Khaki, this is still the classic one, I really like it. Slim and not too heavy. Then the door closing sound. Yeah, not too premium actually, but however it's also frameless, Then carbon fiber use here for the interior, and unlike in the all-new Mercedes model, here the controls for the seats, they still are movable and give you a real feedback, and that's way better. In the all-new Mercedes model, like new S-Class and so on, new C-Class, they're just stationary and react just by touch or something, but we want to feel something, right, when we use these cars. The sport seats here are standard and they're not too uncomfortable actually, and as standard in the 53 model from the CLS would come with Dynamica microfiber on the inside all the way and Artico leather red on the outside, so even animal free. This one here is the optional animal skin package with the Dynamica microfiber. It's even more comfortable and breathable in summer especially. The rest of the CLS models in Europe you can also get fabric Artico mix seat or a full Artico seat, whereas in the US the 53 is the only version you can go animal free, so you know, you should go for the 53 in the US. Yeah, that's always a good reason, you know. And here, microfiber steering wheel for a better grip at the side, that's cool. And new steering wheel at all in the AMG styling with the 2 horizontal fins right there. And also then buttons here to control, for example, the driving modes at the steering wheel. The new steering wheel looks fancy. It's also better for the handling because it's actually very thick in the grip handle here. But then these capacitive functions here at the steering wheel to control the cruise control while driving, that is actually harder to do while driving than the version before. Digital instruments look like this, and yeah, fuel economy, this is of course with performance driving at the moment. You can also drive with some 12 liters or more kilometers, that's, you know, some 20 mpg. And here, these digital instruments, you can also change the styling, for example, from sport to, super sport. This is then super sport, but I think sport looks sportier than super sport, doesn't it? Or also the more classic styling. And of course you can also put some GPS information then right here in the middle. Quite fancy. At the steering wheel you can directly change the driving modes. Ooh, then it gets racy. And the new infotainment system update, MBUX. So the GPS looks then like this, and yeah, CPU power is also quite good. I feel it's better actually than in the all new models. And voice input. Hey Mercedes. Hey Mercedes.
How may I help you?
Drive me to Berlin. Takes a while, depending on the web connection always. So it can take a little bit longer. Let's see.
I am starting route
There we
guidance
go.
to Ferrenwald, Berlin.
Ah, there we go. Oh my god, this is classic. Berlin. Maybe I was saying Berlin too Englishish or something, but usually MBUX works quite well. Not like with the Google Polestar or Volvo integration or in a Tesla, but then, you know, the next best thing next to it. So Apple CarPlay right there. The integration is a little bit poor because of the bezels left and right. And then the sound system itself, Burmester sound system, woohoo, is really fancy. Love that one. Thanks to the automotive god, we still have manual climate unit here. Yeah, I love to be able to control that while driving actually. Middle console and lower part, carbon fiber cover, and then here space for charging your phone or also inductive charging pad, adaptive cup holders. Then you have this touchpad here. You can also use it as a menu slider or as a home button, but to be able to control it while driving, there I think, you know, a classic turning knob would have been better. There you can also change the driving modes, but at the steering wheel it's actually easier. And then you have the classic split opening here for the armrest with more charging possibilities. And again, the highlight, the round air vents, they give so much styling than this swinging design, and really like it here in the 53 model. Less black piano lacquer, more carbon fiber, yes. Seating position is actually quite comfortable and E-Class alike, and it's always very important with the AMG model not to go for the super sport bucket seat if there's one available, but stick with the base sport seats because they offer more comfort. Then electric control of the steering wheel, also get good grip handle here. And when I put the seat in the lowest position here actually, then with one with 86 or 6.1, there's enough headroom left. This here, however, the one without panoramic roof, has one available. And in the rear, well, that's not the strength here of the CLS, so it does work with 4 tall adults because you have this recess here for the knees. Headroom wise, I mean, it's okay when you relax like this, but when I lean backwards, yeah, very close, and I kind of hit my head in the ceiling slightly. It's still okay, but not the best, of course, considering the length. Yeah, not better definitely in the AMG GT 4-door, so have to live with that. But I mean, in the E-Class sedan, it's also not that good either. So, but overall, I think it is bearable, but don't expect too much. And that, yeah, you can sit here also comfort-wise. Climate unit here also for the rear, and in the middle part, you have some more cup holders which are also adaptive. Trunk access with flipping the logo right here, and then you have in length about 1 meters 15 or 45 inches, and the height limitation is here at about 20 inches or 50 centimeters. You see here the backpack easily fits in. To fold the seats, right here you have to release, but then either push it with your luggage or go around and fold the seats like this. Welcome to Thomas's active driving lounge with the CLS 53 AMG, and I would say, let's go. Stop, that's 0 to 100 kilometers an hour or 0 to 60 miles an hour, and impressive, I would say, and very, very smooth. So, whew, that's cool. Oh, there's the Maybach, new S-Class Maybach. Also find that review here in Autogefuehl, and awesome. This 6-cylinder sound is just really great. Wow. Really a lot of joy. You don't need anything else. The update here is that you now have mild hybrid technology, which is giving you some fuel savings, but it won't make the biggest difference though. And of course, it always depends on how you're driving. Of course, if you're driving like this, of course, that doesn't make so much sense. Shifting yourself is a lot of fun here using the shifting pedals, and listen to that. Yeah, that's really a lot of Autogefuehl and great winding roads here. Steering has a good natural feeling. It's not too progressive, it's also not too hard. In the sport mode, you have a little bit more feedback. And the Alcantara or Dynamica, depending on who is manufacturing, so the microfiber steering wheel is really very nice, has a great grip actually. I love that, and even at higher speeds, slalom-like features are really great. The suspension here in the Sport or Sport Plus mode is a little bit stiffer than adaptive suspension, so it also sticks a little bit better to the road. Here on the brakes, good performance, very fine-tuned feeling for that. And I mean, it's not a short vehicle, but indeed here in this AMG version, it feels kind of shorter because it's so agile. If you compare it, for example, to an E-Class, like 43 or 63 versions, they do come indeed very close. Yes, so they are also built on the very same chassis. The CLS has always been, this design-focused car, like with Audi with an A6 versus the A7, for example. Yeah, and I don't miss an 8-cylinder at all. So, wow. You might ask yourself, the AMG GT 4-door, what is this against the CLS? They are more or less same in length. The CLS here actually still gives you more comfort. The AMG GT 4-door is definitely, just rougher, also suspension-wise and so on. Do I even need to comment that? I think not, but yeah, just pure joy and wow, really, really cool. So once again, the AMG GT 4-door is just stiffer and basically begins somewhat where this one ends. So if you seek more the compromise between sportiness and comfort, the CLS is definitely for you. And I feel that here in this facelift, that the suspension is also a little bit more forgiving, that even in the sports mode, it's delivering better comfort. So if you ask me between CLS and AMG GT 4-door, I would definitely go for the CLS. It's to me just the better compromise and the more usable car in everyday driving life when you count everything together. Of course there are more usable cars, but still, the fun factor is here the crucial factor with this great engine. MBUX infotainment system update we've shown to you earlier. This can of course be helpful also while driving, because you can use the voice input, for example, and then put in new GPS commands or something, so that's definitely cool. The new steering wheel is somewhat smaller, thicker, with a better grip. Then of course also your microfiber surface is available worldwide as well. So steering input wise, I really prefer this new steering wheel. However, when I control the adaptive cruise control, then again with these capacitive buttons at the steering wheel, which are not my favorite at all. So it is more or less okay, 4 capacitive buttons, you still manage to control them. But before that, the old steering wheel was just better to use it, for the whole cruise control thing and controlling the instruments and so on and so on. It's not too bad. Here in the CLS, at least, we still have the manual climate unit. I can still control the temperature while driving. That's really good, because in the all-new Mercedes models, that is even missing all rear touchscreen. So here, the CLS world in this generation, to me, that still gives a good compromise, between new fancy stuff and still things that are the way we used to know, and we actually also want to keep them I mean, don't we? Or don't you? 20-inch wheels, by the way, here, so the bigger wheels, and again, the comfort is really good, and I'm driving in the Sport Plus mode all the time. Of course, this is then intended to be used when it's also dry, but still having a lot of fun with this one here. And the driving modes, in this case, I can also control at the steering wheel. That's actually a good thing because I don't need to reach down there. And when we are, for example, then here in the comfort mode, then the suspension is even more forgiving, and also the car is more silent, so this additional exhaust note then is appearing in the sports mode only. So this is a great GT, so a sports tourer, I would say. Oh, tunnel, sport mode, sports plus. I missed the tunnel just for a little bit, but still, this is here pure Autogefuehl car feeling. So, oh, this is crucial situation here, against the sun, and then bicyclist up the hill in the corner. Always safety first here. Here we go. Yeah, and there we go. Wow. I think I should. Whoa! Now I can't see anything. But I think I should just continue this. I mean, enjoy this together here with me. This episode is really just about automotive enjoyment, the old school way, actually. Woo! Wow, I could really do this all day, I think. If you're a car enthusiast, then you're surely with me on that one. Then augmented reality function here in the GPS system. So there's also a new feature then here for the CLS introduced. And this is really helpful because it just makes you show then, okay, this is where I exactly need to turn in right or left now. So pretty helpful. Wait a minute, I think I know this corner. So I've been here and around in the area, of course, quite some times. Down to the south of Stuttgart near Immendingen, beautiful roads here. Oh, and there's a Volkswagen T2, I think, behind us, which is totally crazy. I mean, it's 50 here. Okay, goodbye now, but what the I mean, there was speed limit, and of course I obey the speed limits. I have to obey them because otherwise I lose my driver's license and I lose my job. And this guy was just like running this close behind me. What the hell? It's so dangerous. I don't know what some people are thinking when they're driving. I mean, this is. I mean, even if you drive sporty or have a powerful car, this is not war here. I mean, after all, it's about safety first, and of course, when you have a good sporty car, you can also have fun. But always safety first. Always look out for others. Don't take any unnecessary risk, and yeah. Sometimes people are just crazy and need to calm down a little bit. But this one here, yeah, this car, it can make you calm down when you are in the comfort mode or something, but then it can also push the next adrenaline rush right into you when you put to the sports mode. And yeah, what a joyride. Has been fun before on this facelift, and I think with the new control input here, even a little bit more spiced up. Fuel economy, of course, this one is not good at all with this one here, and the mild hybrid system maybe is bettering that a little bit, but no major changes about that. Of course, also compare the Audi A7 review, or RS7 even, I have you, that would be a fun choice. You can tune into that video. And also from the BMW, I mean the BMW 5 Series would come too close to it, or maybe also the BMW 8 Series there. So that's a little bit in between what BMW is offering there. Definitely see also at these videos because they're also really interesting to compare exactly after watching this one here.